Muy buenos días, inquietos, inquietas, un día más jugando con Eduard PC. En el directo de hoy vamos a jugar al Return of Monkey Island, una de las grandes sagas del mundo de aventuras gráficas de Lucasfilms, dirigida por Ron Gilbert una vez más, y volvemos en principio a la esencia, a las primeras historias que nos hicieron vibrar en los años 90, de la mano de Guybrush Threepwood, y en principio la saga, o este Return to Monkey Island, vendría a continuar donde lo dejamos después del Monkey Island 2, en el que fue el último de los grandes Monkey Islands, ¿no? Después empezaron a salir varios, incorporando el 3D, y bueno, pues tuvo mayor o menor aceptación. Hubieron bastantes críticas y bueno, pues ahora parece que Ron Gilbert ha querido volver a sus esencias, a la esencia de la aventura gráfica como tal, con un look vectorial total, nada de píxel, evidentemente. Y esto de aquí pues ha provocado que reciba muchas quejas de parte del fandom más radical, lo que ha provocado que haya pillado un cabreo importante y haya dicho que no quiere seguir haciendo más Monkey Island. Así que en principio este de aquí va a ser el último de los Monkey Islands que vamos a ver. ¿De acuerdo? Entonces, pues nada, vamos a disfrutarlo. Hoy acaba de salir...
¡Calvo!
Me cago en ti. Susto. Acaba de salir, hará una horita, una cosa así. Lo pudimos comprar hace un tiempo. Y nada, pues vamos a disfrutarlo. Lo arrancamos. Bienvenidos a todos los que estáis aquí con los ruiditos y saluditos y todo esto de aquí. Vamos a intentar hacer un directo un poquito más serio de lo habitual, a ver, porque después vamos a subirlo a YouTube. Pero nada, bienvenidos como siempre, que sigáis participando del directo, ¿vale? Arrancamos. A ver. Hello. Ahora. Venga, pues vamos. ¿Se oye bien, chicos? ¿Qué tal está? ¿Muy fuerte? ¿Está bien? Mira, aquí hay un Murray. Ay, que no se ve. Aquí, un Murray. Ok, perfecto. Si se oye bien, perfecto, chicos. Vamos. Mira el álbum de recuerdos si no conoces Monkey Island o necesitas un repaso. Vamos a verlo, vamos a disfrutarlo.
Hey, wanna see my mighty pirate scrapbook? It's filled with my adventures.
No os lo voy traduciendo. Espérate un segundo. Déjame volver atrás a ver si puedo poner subtítulos y así me ahorro el ir traduciéndolo. Texto, voces, no voy a meter texto más voces. Velocidad del texto intermedia bien. Subtítulos de efectos sonoros. ¿What? No sé qué es, pero metámosla. Montaje de los autores. Esto no. Esto ya será más adelante. ¿Vale? Perfecto. Idioma de los textos, ¿eh? Los audios serán en inglés, ¿vale? Que me preguntáis aquí por el chat si está doblado. No, no está doblado. Es en inglés todo, ¿vale? Vamos a ver los controles, pantalla completa, efecto vaivén del barco, ¿vale? Lo podemos quitar por si alguien se marea. Efectos de distorsión, calidad renderizado, necesita reiniciar. ¿Cómo que intermedia? Alta más alta. Dale más alta, tete. Ni que toque reiniciarlo. Interfaz. Fondo del bocadillo. Mostrar nombre del interlocutor. No, de momento no. Vale, esto volvamos atrás. Sonido. Volumen de la música. Aunque está muy bien, la bajaremos un poquito. Vale. Y los controles. Espérate. Saltar frase, pausa, resaltar los objetos. Ojo que con el tabulador podemos resaltar los objetos. Un clásico de las nuevas aventuras gráficas. ¿Vale? Opciones de diálogo de la 1 a la 9. ¿Vale? Bueno, en principio vamos a ver si nos podemos mover con el ratón. Vamos a verlo. Volver. Y vamos a reiniciarlo, que dice que para que los gráficos se vean mejor es necesario reiniciar. Así que vamos a darle un segundito, que no le he dado tiempo a Steam de rearrancar. ¿Os imagináis que ahora dejase de funcionar? Venga. Return to Monkey Island. A ver, cara, ahora. Perfecto. Vale, pues venga, vamos al álbum de recuerdos.
Hey, want to see my mighty pirate scrapbook? It's filled with my adventures.
Me encantan las fuentes. Vamos a ver el libro.
Ever since I was a kid, I wanted to be a mighty pirate.
Los textos se leen bien. Vale.
That's me, Guybrush Threepwood. That's me, Guybrush Threepwood.
Ah, vale.
In the old days, you became a pirate by completing 3 trials to prove your worth.
Correcto.
The pirate leaders were in charge of the 3 trials, acting as judge, jury, executioner, and devoted grog tasters. Treasure hunting is important for any pirate.
¿Os acordáis que teníamos que pasar 3 pruebas? La de buscar
Mastering
tesoros,
sword fighting was more a matter of wits than agility.
dominar la espada
The test of thievery involved breaking into the governor's mansion.
y
The
robar.
security was heavy. This is when I met Elaine, the love of my life.
Aquí
She was
conocimos a
governor at the
Lane.
time.
¿Vale? Nuestro amorcito, acordaros, chicos.
Things took an unexpected turn while I was working on the 3 trials. Elaine was kidnapped and taken to Monkey Island by the nefarious ghost pirate LeChuck. I scraped together a crew. Carla, Otis, and Meathook joined me on my voyage to Monkey Island to save Elaine. I scraped together a crew. Carla, LeChuck thought he was in love with Elaine. My first ship was the Sea Monkey.
El mono
I
del
bought
mar,
it at
es
Stan's
verdad.
used ships with a letter of credit that I, sort of falsified.
Falsificamos el dinero para que nos poder comprar
Monkey
el
Island
barco.
was a steaming volcanic mystery, covered with jungle and not found on any map.
Esta era la llave para entrar a la cabeza del mono,
The monkey head opened with a special key that you stuck in its ear.
que se la tuvimos que robar a los
There were
caníbales.
some people living there who claimed to be cannibals, but I think it was just a show for the tourists. You had to brew a special potion just to find Monkey Island. I made some substitutions, but it got us there just the same. You had to brew a special... LeChuck's ghostly ship was anchored in a lake of lava hidden beneath the island's surface. I met an old castaway there, Herman Toothrot. He and the locals wrote a lot of indignant letters to each other.
Herman Toothrot, que estaba cabreado con los caníbales. Qué bueno, tío.
We wound up back on Melee Island for the stunning conclusion to my first big adventure. I made it to the church just in time to stop the wedding. Or so I thought. It turned out Elaine already had everything under control. By then, I had learned that ghosts like LeChuck are vulnerable to root beer. Just trust me, it works, okay? I defeated LeChuck and he basically exploded. It was the beginning of something magical.
Vale, y así acabó el primero de los episodios. Escape from Monkey Island.
These are from the time I went to find the treasure of Big Whoop.
Que este ya era el Monkey Island 2.
I met my good friend Wally, who makes maps, and I stole his monocle. Good times. I met my good friend Wally, who made the mysterious voodoo lady at the International House of Mojo taught me to make a voodoo doll, which came in handy more than once. The map to the treasure had been torn into 4 pieces, which, let's face it, is about as piratey as it gets. Elaine always seems to know when I need her. Again, it came down to just me and LeChuck at the end. He was using magic, but then, so was I. One time, Elaine got turned into a statue. Well, LeChuck was behind it, of course. That guy never gives up. The fact that he turned her into a statue tells me LeChuck doesn't really love Elaine. He thinks of her as furniture. I erupted a volcano on purpose. There's not a lot I wouldn't do for Elaine.
Esto ya era del Monkey 3, ¿no?
I got buried alive. It was around this time that I met Murray, the allegedly all-powerful demonic skull, after a rousing sea battle.
Es que hay tanto lore con esta historia,
Things
tío.
backfired on LeChuck because Elaine and I got married when it was all over. Game, set, matchmaker. This was a great day. Though in retrospect, we shouldn't have had the scumbar handle the catering.
El catering, se escribe así, catering.
This is the daisy we stomped on together. Wedding traditions are weird. It's either Elaine's wedding veil or my handkerchief. We got them to match. I wrote a great haiku for the wedding invitation. I don't know why you have to have candy-coated almonds at a wedding, but apparently you do. Oh man, this was that crazy time LeChuck teamed up with an Australian billionaire and tried to use a mystical talisman to make Elaine his bride. The ultimate insult wasn't really ultimate, or even an insult at all. Or was it? Everything started because they thought Elaine was dead, so they held an election to replace her. I made a goofy monster out of prosthetic body parts. It didn't help with anything, but I had fun doing it. LeChuck and I battled it out on a grand scale that time. Then there was the time I accidentally let loose LeChuck's pox over the entire Caribbean. Or so it seemed. I had to wear a hook for a while. It came in handy. The death card doesn't usually represent literal physical death, except when it does. I went on trial for my life on 4 separate charges. I defended myself, of course.
Ostras, cuántos recuerdos, tío, de los aventuras.
Here's that voodoo doll from the end of my Big Whoop adventure. I defeated LeChuck with this. His leg came off as easy as tearing a loaf of bread. I defeated LeChuck with this.
Conseguir más papel para el resto de mis aventuras. Vale. Perfecto. Pues nada. Pues ya hemos arrancado. Todo en marcha. Y chicos, este momento solo se va a repetir una vez, ¿eh? O sea, solo va a suceder una vez. El arrancar sin que haya partida cargada. Así que... Vamos. Modo casual. Toda la historia y la diversión, pero con puzzles casuales para los jugadores atareados. Más puzzles y más difícil. A tope. Para los aventureros acérrimos que lo quieren todo. Vamos a modo difícil. Venga, vamos a modo difícil. Hemos venido a jugar. Comienza una historia inesperada. Preludio. A ver, chicos, ¿queréis que haga las traducciones de todo? ¿Lo lea todo? No, mejor no.
Guybrush, come over here. Gently now. Remove my mask.
Will you promise
to stop picking on me? All right, I promise. Anything. Just put my leg back on.
Hey, you kids. You're not supposed to be in here.
What's next? Let's goof on those two. Pretend they're our parents. Yeah! Sorry we ran off. You were probably worried about murderers and ne'er-do-wells. Don't worry, I found him.
Come on, let's go.
Let's pretend I have powers that make lightning come out of my eyes.
It's so lifelike.
I wonder if it's real.
Esto parece...
Sorry, boys, could you stop following us? It's creepy.
Parece la isla de Booty, ¿no?
Yes, sir. Come on. I saw a scurvy dog shack back there. Scurvy dogs.
Escorbutifarras.
No way. You have to try one. It's the best thing you'll ever eat in your life. No fooling. Wow.
Escorbutifarras, chicos. A ver. ¿Por dónde empiezo? A por escorbutifarras. Ok. Aquí hay una llave. La llave está en una pata de palo.
They put it on a leg to keep you from walking off with it. I'll bring this right back, sir.
You'd be wise to do that. I got the leg from the last kid who didn't bring back the key.
Vale.
It says, return outhouse key when finished.
Vale.
Or else. Some places you go have scurvy dogs with cheese inside.
Vale, eso venía... O sea, he pillado la llave de la letrina, ¿eh?
How much are the scurvy dogs?
Scurvy dogs are only a half piece of 8. That's money that grown-ups use.
I know what a piece of 8 is.
A ver, ¿qué tenemos? Tenemos... Comprar escorbutifarras. Perfecto. Ok, ¿qué más? Y examinar la llave de la letrina. ¿Cómo la puedo examinar? A ver.
Did you know you can keep a scurvy dog warm by sticking it in your armpit?
Escorbutifarra no se enfríe si la guardas en el sobaco. Qué asco, por favor. A ver.
It unlocks the outhouse outside.
Ah, vale, nos dice esto, que abre la letrina de afuera. Vale, esto nada, vale.
Can we get a couple of scurvy dogs?
Sure, if you give me a piece of 8.
Vale.
Please? Can't you spare something for a couple of hungry kids?
Listen up, you little moocher. Let me tell you something. I don't like kids. I'm an honest businessman trying to make an honest living. I don't need 50 kids a day coming in and wasting my time trying to get me to give them free food.
Eso es cierto, eso es cierto. Y una mosca, pues nada.
I guess never mind.
Hey, I know. Let's look for change in the outhouse across the way. Coins fall out of people's pockets when they sit down in there.
Vale, pues nos lo has dicho tú. Vamos al váter a buscar.
It's locked. Good thing I've got the key in my pocket.
In France, they call a scurvy dog a chien scorbut.
Oh, qué pesado con las de esto. A ver, por lo visto, la gente cuando se sienta pierde monedilla, pierde calderilla.
Good, you unlocked it.
Vale. Uf, qué ascazo.
Please wash hands before leaving outhouse.
Esto es para lavarte
I
las
can stand
manos.
on my head without using my hands.
It isn't a piece of 8, but it's a round piece of metal about the same size and shape as a piece of 8.
That's called a slug. It's like a fake coin.
Igual lo podemos meter dentro de alguna máquina o algo.
Fake coin is almost as good as a real coin.
Ok. Esto, buscar monedas entre la
I don't see
porquería.
any coins, and I'm not putting my hands in that. I don't see any coins, and I'm not putting my hands in that. Gross. Gross. Chucky, why don't you look in the toilet?
No way. You do it.
Okay. Ugh. Gross.
Chucky, del Chuck. A ver.
I want to say 2 scurvy dogs at the same time.
Tendría que pillar algo, ¿no? Quizás. No parece que haya. En el retrete. A ver qué dice
I'm
Chucky.
not sure how we can get scurvy dogs without any pieces of 8.
We might have all we need. I don't think that guy can see very well.
Vamos a intentarlo. Me gusta que corre mucho, ¿eh?
You kids better have money.
Yeah, we've got all kinds of money. Can we get a couple of scurvy dogs?
Sure, if you give me a piece of 8.
Vale, toma.
What can we get with this?
Tastes like a piece of 8. Enough for a couple of scurvy dogs if you want.
Perfecto.
Perfect!
Take 'em, boy.
What are you getting?
What?
Just kidding. Here's yours.
Qué ascazo, por favor.
Yum! What do you want to do now?
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Esto supongo que será tutorial, ¿no? Porque el preludio este de aquí, ¿vale? ¿Qué pone aquí?
The words don't look like words, but there's a picture of a scurvy dog.
I have an extra tooth in the back. I can feel it with my tongue.
Vamos a ver aquí en el barril. Me encanta. Vale, hemos
I
visto.
wonder if this is drinking water.
A ver. Vale.
Sounds real.
Did you know your feet won't smell if you don't wash them?
Wakey, wakey, Mr. Pirate. Hello? Boo!
Ah, he's dead to the world.
Los audios me encantan. Me encantan. Creo que tratándose de Disney, porque Lucas es de Disney, podrían haber contratado unos buenos traductores o intérpretes para español, como han habido muchas otras aventuras gráficas. Quizás más adelante, ya veremos. Pero no está mal, no está mal. Me gustan mucho.
Hey, Chucky, get ready to run.
Vale,
I guess they don't like visitors.
vale. Vale, vamos viendo. Aquí hay un... Atar a Chucky.
Hey, Chucky, stand over here for a minute.
No way.
Exhibit removed. Aww.
At home, I've got a...
Otra vez otra rata. A ver.
Let's not go back there again. We'll just get yelled at.
Vale. ¿Y por aquí hay algo más? No. Bueno, vamos a ver si podemos ir a la playa. No podemos ir a la playa. Ok. Vale.
That's my friend Dee. Hey, Dee.
Hey, Chucky, what are you jerk faces up to?
We just got here.
I'm making a list of stuff to do.
Give me that. I'm an expert planner.
Vale. Ya tenemos nuevas cosas que hacer.
There. Perfect. See you around the park, shitheads.
Vale. Vamos a ver. A la I funciona, inventario. Vale.
I'm having these for breakfast, lunch, and dinner forever.
Vale, vale, eso no sigo pudiendo cogerlo. Vale, wow, nos han dado muchas cosas ahora que hacer. Trastear y explorar, mirar el ancla, ganar a Chucky en una carrera, dar de comer a la pata. ¿Cómo? Echar salsa en mi escobutifarra, ensayar la lucha con espada, buscar un trébol de 4 hojas, pedir un deseo en el pozo de los deseos y buscar a nuestros verdaderos padres. Ok. ¿Qué decía que teníamos que hacer al ancla?
That's a cool anchor.
That just shows how little you know about anchors. This one's not a very good example. You'd know that if you read as much about anchors as I have. Did you know that anchors originally weren't designed to hold ships in place?
Oh, no.
They were used in combat, shot from cannons as a grapple when you were trying to board another ship. They
Wow.
started making them bigger and bigger because they would do more damage that way. Then, people noticed what happened when you missed the other ship and hit the sea bottom instead. The current bow-shaped design is actually less effective than the sharper V-shaped design that was popular last century. But the older design went out of fashion after sailors started to think the letter V was bad luck. You can still find the old kind around sometimes, but collectors have grabbed most of them. On a modern anchor, if you look close, you can tell that one side is a little larger than the other. That's to prevent what's called plummeting, where the anchor goes down too evenly, and then it doesn't catch well on the bottom. The little flanges at the tips are at different angles to make it twist on the way down for the same reason. Most anchors these days are made of iron, and you have to recast them like twice a year because they rust. About 30 years ago, somebody thought of a way to get around that by making them out of wood instead. All kinds of people invested a lot of money in these wooden anchor companies. But the only way they could keep them from floating was to attach another anchor. And so they gave up and went back to the old way. The word anchor comes from the Sanskrit word nagara, meaning city. They're called that because when you stop in the middle of the ocean, it's like you've made port at an invisible city. Yeah, I'm kind of an expert on anchors. I read a lot.
Wow. Me pregunto si será cierto. Si desbloqueo el pulso para ver las frases anteriores. A ver, por curiosidad. Pulsa la flecha abajo para ver más frases anteriores. Ah, ojito, ¿eh? Ojito. Vale, vamos a ver qué dice del ancla. Mirar el ancla, vale. Ganar a Chucky en una carrera.
Hey, Chucky, wanna race?
You're on.
I'll officiate. 3, 2, 1, go!
Vale, con doble clic corro más.
I win!
Vale, perfecto. Siempre con doble clic corro más. Sí, si hago doble clic corro más. Vale. Dar de comer a la pata. Pero ¿cómo que dar de comer a la pata, tío? ¿Y qué come una pata? Ah, la pata será el animal este. Vale, pensé que era la pata pirata. Vale, vamos a pillar pan.
Hey, hands off.
I'm
Yep.
saving this scurvy dog for myself.
Vale. ¿Qué es esto?
What's this red glob on the ground?
That's ketchup. It's supposed to be really good with scurvy dogs.
Ojo, pues entonces usemos la scorbutifarra con la salsa ketchup.
You're not gonna touch the ground with your scurvy dog.
No, of course not. Gross.
Lo va a hacer.
I want to feed the duck.
In
Vale.
France, they call a scurvy dog a chien scorbut.
Vamos a hablar con la pareja a ver qué nos
Excuse
dice.
me.
Yes?
Could we have some of your bread to feed the duck?
I don't think so. We brought it for ourselves.
Qué estirados.
Excuse me.
Yes?
Will you pretend to be our parents again?
What do you mean, again?
Run along and find your real parents.
A ver... No, dar de comer a la pata, coger pan...
That's our bread.
A ver, vamos a hablar con Dee. A
That's a
ver,
nice tree.
I'm only pretending to look at the tree. I'm actually spying on that couple by the pond.
vale...
I wonder what's in that basket.
Let's find out.
What do you think you're doing? Kids these days have no regard for personal
Gotta run.
How rude.
Vale. Perfecto. Cuando Chuck los ha distraído, hemos podido pillar el pan para el pato. Toma, pato, come. Señora, ¿sabe qué le digo? ¡Oh! Vale. Tenemos echar salsa en mi escarbutifarra. ¿Dónde podemos pillar salsa? O ensayar la lucha con espada. ¿Dónde puede haber salsa, tío? Ah, lo hemos
You
recogido.
should put that on your scurvy dog.
Vale. ¿En serio? Qué ascazo, por favor. ¡Ah! Vale. Vamos a ver.
I don't think that was ketchup.
Whoops.
Vale. Ensayar la lucha con espada. Buscar un trébol y pedir un deseo. Vale, vamos. Lucha con espada. Mira, aquí está el trébol. Míralo. Espérate, aquí hay un trébol de 4 hojas.
I found a 4-leaf clover.
There was still one left? Darn.
Bueno, vamos a la lucha con espada. Enseñar
At
lucha con
home,
espada.
I've got a collection of old scurvy dog sticks that fills a whole shoebox. Let's be frank. You can never hope to beat me.
No way. You'll never catch up to my level.
I win.
I win.
Nuh-uh.
You guys are both pretty weak.
Well, anyway, that was fun.
¿Ha contado? Vale, buscar el trébol y pedir un deseo en el pozo de los deseos. Ok.
Do not pick the 4-leaf clovers. As if.
Ojo, el pozo de los deseos. ¿Qué es esto? ¿Qué es esto? Una moneda. Agüita. Perfecto. Deseo que Chucky tenga bigote, deseo que Dee desaparezca, deseo una planta chula, deseo otra escorbutifarra, deseo que hablemos al revés. No. Uf. Deseo que hablemos al revés. Buah, tengo ganas de probarlo, pero se puede liar parda, ¿eh? Es que no sé si todo va a funcionar. ¿Os imagináis? Lo de que el Chucky tenga bigote podría cambiarse fácilmente. Es modificar el sprite y ya está. Deseo que Dee desaparezca. Yo qué sé, imagínate que es como en Indiana Jones, que decides hacer la historia tú solo. ¿Vale? Deseo una planta chula. Una planta chula. Una planta chula. Deseo otra escorbutifarra. Venga, hablemos al revés.
I wish we could speak backwards. Or what if...
Yes, you
Yes. Well, yes, you got.
Mierda.
That was fun.
Oh man, it wore off.
Too bad. You made more sense than usual.
Vale. ¿Qué nos queda de lista? Buscar a nuestros verdaderos padres. Ok. ¡Ojo!
Hey, Dad.
Hello, Mr. Threepwood.
Hey, kids. Having fun?
Yeah.
We got scurvy dogs.
Those have toenails and stuff in them. Ugh, I read about it.
And we were playing your adventures. We just did Big Whoop.
Big whoop. Oh, boy. That takes me back.
I like it when
Whoop.
Chucky asks me to put his leg back on. He says it really funny.
You guys always make up the craziest stuff for the ending of that story.
It's fun.
But you can't just change it around. That's not how storytelling works.
A lot of your stories don't feel like they're finished at the end.
What do you mean?
Well, like, there's this one that you call The Secret of Monkey Island, where you went to Monkey Island and fought LeChuck.
Oh, that story has a great ending. There's punching and fireworks. I thought you liked that one.
But you never did find the secret. Not the real one.
Sure, but that's not what that story was about.
Exacto.
Kids, let me tell you a story that is about finding the secret of Monkey Island.
Is this a long story?
I think maybe I gotta go use the bathroom or something.
Yeah, I have to go walk my tarantula.
Maybe I should go with them.
No, stick around. This is a good one. See, there was a rumor going around that my old nemesis, LeChuck, had somehow discovered the exact location of the secret of Monkey Island. I knew I had to get it before he did, so I went to Melee to get my own expedition started and beat him to the punch.
Bueno, se supone que ahora empieza el juego, ¿no? La banda sonora. Se viene, se viene. ¿Se viene o no se viene? Ahora. Grande. ¿Sabéis que estaría muy guapo? Que tuviese la funcionalidad, evidentemente no lo va a tener, pero que le dieses al F1 o al F10 y que pudieras jugarlo en formato píxeles. Evidentemente no tiene sentido porque lo que se hizo precisamente era cuando el juego era píxel, se sacaron las versiones modernas. Pero bueno. Parte 1. Un lugar acogedor. Hemos desbloqueado logro en Steam.
Feels good to be back on Melee Island, the hub of pirating in the Caribbean, where every good expedition begins. I'll see some old pals and get things rolling. Or sailing in this case. Hi, I'm Guybrush Threepwood. Remember me?
Haven't seen you in a while, Threepwood. What have you been up to?
Well, you know, freebooting mostly, swashbuckles and so on. But now I'm getting an expedition together to find the secret of Monkey Island.
Oh, you're sailing with LeChuck.
What? LeChuck's here in Melee? Is there widespread panic? Are people evacuating?
He doesn't seem interested in carnage at the moment. Ship's just here taking on supplies and crew, as far as I can tell.
Well, anyway, no, I'm not sailing with LeChuck. You know my history with him.
LeChuck raptó a mi mujer. Es un malvado pirata fantasma zombie, el terror de los mares. Hemos sido enemigos durante toda mi carrera. Siempre me roba las mejores ideas. Me voy a montar mi propia travesía y solo mía. Lo he comentado antes, pero me encantan las fuentes, que es una cosa que ya tenía el primer Monkey Island, que tenía unas fuentes propias, un diseñador de fuentes, y bueno, para aquí pues las fuentes siguen teniendo, bueno, su encanto. Voy a darle a la primera por si por un casual puedo ir haciendo varias, y así vamos a ir viendo.
LeChuck kidnapped my wife. He's always had designs on her. I sailed to Monkey Island to find them and get her back.
Oh, I thought you weren't married yet when that happened. And didn't she more or less rescue herself?
That's not the point.
Ah, vale, vamos a poder repasar algunas, ¿vale? Es un malvado pirata fantasma zombie, el terror de los mares.
He's a ghost pirate, terror of the seas, and sometimes the land. A nefarious, conniving, murdering scallywag. A depraved, ruthless villain. And a loud talker. And I'm not those things.
They say opposites attract, but what do I know?
We've been enemies for my whole career. Everywhere I go, there he is. He plagues me. He's my nemesis.
Funny. He said the same thing about you.
That guy steals all my best ideas.
Are you sure it isn't the other way around? Seems like he was here first.
I don't know how he found out, but I'm sure he's just doing this to get one up on me. I'm mounting my own voyage. Mine.
Well, you'd better get cracking then. LeChuck's loading up on the outer dock as we speak.
Well, I'm gonna hire a ship and a crew and beat him to the punch. Just as soon as I can get someone to back the venture. I'm a little short on funds at the moment.
In that case, you'll want to go talk to the pirate leaders at the Scum Bar.
Exactly. That's why I came to Melee. It'll be great to see those old guys again. We'll knock back a grog and hash out the details.
Scum Bar, by the docks. Long table in the back.
I know where I'm going.
We'll see.
Ok. Es lo típico que puede haber alguna cosa aquí, después te la dejas. Vale, hay una hoguera, eso es bueno.
I detect a certain resemblance here.
Yes, it looks a lot like an owl, doesn't it?
I could stare at this forever, but that wouldn't be much fun for you.
Me encanta. Venga, bajemos. Vamos a ver qué sucede. Vale, de momento es muy parecido gráficamente. El cartel, sí, esto está igual.
Re-elect Governor Carla. She's keen on bluntness.
¿La gobernadora Carla? ¿Cómo? Una rata. LeChuck está cargando su barco. Ok. A ver si me dice lo que tengo que hacer. Hablar con los jefes pirata para conseguir dinero. Gastar fajos de billetes en financiar la expedición. Encontrar el secreto de Monkey Island y vivir los días de gloria. Perfecto. Ok. ¿Qué podría salir mal, no? Qué distinto. Y aquí había uno colgado arriba.
I'm here to talk to the pirate leaders about a new expedition.
In the back.
Yo ho.
I'm here to talk to the pirate leaders about a new expedition.
In the back.
I'm here to talk to the pirate leaders about a new expedition. In the I'm here to talk to the pirate leaders about a new expedition.
Vale, ya estos son los mismos. Pau. Coger el libro de Trivial. Al fondo del Scrum Bar está la bodega, la cocina, una ballena gigante, un trofeo de pesca. Al fondo la cocina. Vale, sí. Perfecto. ¡Ya está! 10 por... O sea, hay 100 preguntas tipo trivial. Vale. Ya no puedes cambiar. Vale, perfecto. Vamos a ir viendo sobre la marcha. Vale. Nueva decoración.
Looks like a circus act. Maybe.
Ok. Uf, madre mía. Qué góticos son, ¿no? Lo de la mesa no lo puedo pillar. Ojo la música, ¿eh? Me encanta. Me encanta.
Have you seen the pirate leaders around? This is their table. In fact, you'd probably better move. You don't want to get caught sitting here.
It's our table, Rummy.
We're the pirate leaders. Get lost.
No sabía que habían cambiado la dirección. ¿Dónde están los 3 señores que presidían aquí? ¿Debo hablar con vosotros sobre financiar una expedición?
I hadn't heard there was a change of leadership.
Oh no. Did nobody remember to notify you? Maybe your party invite got lost in the mail.
Where are the 3 older guys who used to hold court here?
Who cares?
Probably crying in an alley somewhere, wishing they were still relevant.
Vale.
Making up trials for each other and writing memoirs that no one will read.
O sea, probablemente nos los encontremos en un callejón. A ver si es cierto.
Is it you I should talk to about financing an expedition?
An expedition? Who is it that you think you are exactly?
Guybrush Threepwood.
I'm Guybrush Threepwood. Probably you've heard of me.
Probably not. Permission to slaughter the annoying old wastrel man, Captain Madison.
Wait, it was Captain Madison? She's like famous! I've got her on a trading card. Her plunder stats are amazing!
Plunder stats aren't everything.
Then the others were Captain Lila and Captain Trent? It was Lila who threatened to kill you?
Look, they weren't that great, okay? Listen to the story.
Want me to slaughter him? Don't bother. He's just a harmless hack who thinks he has a good idea for a pirate raid.
It's not exactly a raid.
What else would we be interested in?
I'm going to find the secret of Monkey Island.
You're wasting our time.
The secret? I didn't think that was even a real thing.
Es un botín de un valor monetario incalculable, es un botín de un valor cultural astronómico, es un eterno misterio que hay que desentrañar. Es mi pasión, quiero encontrarlo como sea, es un eterno misterio. Bueno.
It's a prize of incalculable monetary value.
I don't know about incalculable. Quick, who can count to 0 the fastest?
Okay, I'm sensing some reluctance, but hear me out. Would you at least consider advancing me some funds? It's a surefire investment. Triple your money or your money back.
Not interested.
Ok.
I could make it worth your while to help me hire a crew. A percentage of their earnings or something?
No one in here wants to chase your pipe dream.
Could you at least point me towards an available ship?
You don't even have a ship? You're really up a creek.
Up a creek without a ship.
Stan nos ayudará, chicos. Si no aprovecháis esta oportunidad, LeChuck lo hará.
If you don't take this opportunity, LeChuck will grab it.
LeChuck?
Yes, the dreaded zombie ghost pirate LeChuck himself is also going after the secret. He's here in Melee getting ready right now. If that doesn't prove it's a worthwhile venture, I don't know what else to tell you.
Great. Problem solved.
Excellent. You'll do it.
No, of course not. Why waste money on an expedition when you can just join the one that's already going? Have fun with your scary ghost friend. Bye-bye.
Mierda.
Well, the
nada.
slight problem with that idea is that LeChuck and I are basically mortal enemies.
Se me ha quedado la cara de gilipollas.
Fine. I don't need you or your money.
Vamos a intentar ir a la cocina,
I can
chicos.
do this on my own. If I can't buy a ship, I'll steal one. I'm a pirate. I'll find a way to get to Monkey Island no matter what it takes. I like the old pirate leaders better.
Vale. Vamos a probar aquí.
I better get cracking if I want to get to the secret before that scheming blackguard.
Vale, o sea, no quiere que vayamos allí. Vale, perfecto. Vamos a la calle esa. Un pelícano.
Ooh, the name seems to fit even better than it used to.
Venga, vamos al callejón. ¡Ojo! ¿La gobernadora?
Elaine?
Guybrush! Wait, are you going to tell a mushy part now?
¿Es la madre o no?
But I can skip over the hugs and kisses. Elaine!
Guybrush!
I was hoping you'd turn up in this story.
I was hoping you'd turn up in mine.
¡Ojo! Está receptiva.
How's your scurvy prevention project?
It's great! We're going to get a lot of limes to a lot of sailors and save a lot of lives. I've got to come up with a way to deal with Captain Madison, though. The pressure she's putting on the town is making it hard for social programs like mine.
You wouldn't happen to have a ship with you.
No, silly. I came on a charter. Just like you.
Yeah, I figured that, but it never hurts to ask. I'm finding it harder than I thought to get hold of a ship and a crew for my expedition. The new local leadership was less than supportive.
Why don't you ask around at the docks? I'm sure you can find something.
Thanks, I'll try that. Sounds like we've both met Captain Madison.
I don't like her. She's the one who pushed to shut down the shipyard.
She doesn't understand the value of the secret of Monkey Island.
She laughed at me.
Me too.
Obviously, the woman has no taste and a lousy sense of humor.
¿Veo una falta de ortografía?
I have to get going.
Oh, so do I. Lots to do. Bye.
Vale.
Bye.
Vamos a ver.
The problem with this statue is it's not a statue of Elaine, the best ever governor of Melee.
¿Esta quién es? Carla, ¿no? Supongo.
Honoring Melee Island's 27th governor, Carla the Swordmaster, for her heroic actions at Santo Domingo. It doesn't look finished. It's Elaine's flyer about how limes combat scurvy. It's important, but boring. I've never once made it all the way to the end. Elaine would kill me if she caught me pulling down her flyers.
Lo arrancaré igualmente.
It's Elaine's flyer about how limes combat scurvy.
No.
It's important, but boring. I've never once made it all the way to the end.
Ojo, la Casa Internacional del Mojo. Vamos a ver vudú.
Ah, the International House of Mojo. This place hasn't changed in years.
Welcome, Guybrush Threepwood.
Nice to see you again.
I have been waiting for you.
A ver si tenemos el pollo goma con polea, ¿eh? A ver. Desde la última vez que nos vimos han pasado años.
Fate ordained that you would be here several minutes ago. Only you can manage to be late, even when you are fated to arrive.
It's a gift.
Allow me to seek knowledge on your behalf.
Will it cost me anything?
Pride, free will. Not much.
Ok.
The way to the secret is like a serpent which swallows itself. Many obstacles lie ahead.
Serpent, obstacles, got it.
Ok. Eso es malo.
You must walk the path. Yet you have already walked the path.
Ok.
And now I'm going back again.
Oh.
When you are unsure of the way forward, open this book for guidance on what is to come.
Vale.
It can tell me my future?
In a way, think of it as a book of hints.
What is it really?
A book of hints. Use it wisely. To know too much diminishes the voyage.
El libro este vamos a intentar no tocarlo.
No charge. Now you must go. I have a luncheon, and your destiny lies at the docks.
It does?
Most assuredly.
Ok, aquí hay algo. Una tarjeta del Trivial. Vale, o sea, las tarjetas me las iré encontrando así, ¿eh? Necesito 100 tarjetas. Va. ¡Qué bueno! La armadura de caballo, que no sirve para nada.
This has gotten me out of a lot of scrapes over the years.
Pero los que lo compramos el juego hace mucho tiempo, uno de los beneficios que tenía era esto. A ver un segundo que me está entrando una llamada. Os pongo el pipi break un segundito.
Buenas, si estás viendo esto es que me estoy meando. Ahora mismo estoy allí, camino al baño, probablemente me esté desabrochando los pantalones. Calculo que ahora mismo tendré la de esto agarrada, estaré allí vaciando todo el depósito. Es un poco raro, ¿no? Estoy hablando ahora con vosotros y a la vez me estoy tocando. Entonces, pues, es un poco rarito esto. Pero bueno, paciencia. No puedo tardar mucho, ¿eh? Tampoco hay mucho recorrido que hacer. Así que nada, esperemos un poquito.
A few moments later.
Supongo que ahora estaré sacudiéndola un poquito. La cadena. Bueno, eso sí no estoy haciendo otra cosa. Porque como estoy haciendo otra cosa, estamos aquí haciendo el paripé. Pero eso va para largo. Así que nada, bueno, supongo que ahora ya me estaré frotando las manos, limpiando. Ahí ya sabéis, todo el protocolo, lo que nos ha enseñado el COVID, los dedos. Bueno, eso está limpio, pero bueno, eso no lo toca ni Dios. Entonces, pues nada, supongo que estaré a puntito de desconectar este vídeo de transición, a no ser que esté haciendo otras cosas, con lo cual este vídeo puede ser un poco largo, Porque yo soy de los que cojo incluso el móvil, ¿sabes? Y voy poniéndome al día, las noticias, qué ha pasado hoy, el Barça que ha hecho, por cuánto ha perdido, cuánto dinero ha perdido con una venta así absurda o con una compra aún más absurda. Bueno, lo de siempre, vamos. Hostia, raro, que aún no haya vuelto. Igual sí que estoy haciendo otra cosa.
Two hours later.
¿Qué hace? ¿Qué hago, tío? ¿Qué os cuento? No sé. ¿Qué queréis que os cuente?
Vuelvo al juego. Perdón, ya sabéis, para ver el vídeo completo, exclamación pipi en el chat y os lleva al enlace de YouTube donde podéis acabar de ver el vídeo. Continúo con el juego, perdonad, chicos.
Well, the voodoo here must be authentic, culturally and historically accurate. The sign says so.
Vale, los textos veo que están en español, eso está bien, me gusta. Yo quería ir al... esto, la armadura era para los que compramos el juego con anticipado. No sirve para nada, pero bueno, es como una medalla de agradecimiento. No se puede hacer nada, a priori.
I've got a few coins for incidentals.
No, pistas no quiero. Este libro tengo que vigilar no tocarlo, Mi pluma, vamos a abrir el árbol del Trivial. ¿Qué hay tallado en un árbol de la playa de Monkey Island? ¿Qué hay tallado en un árbol de la playa de Monkey Island? ¿Qué? ¿Unos remos? No. ¿Qué había tallado? Guybrush y Elaine, te quiero mucho. XD. L más E. LeChuck y Elaine. ¡Guau! ¿Qué había tallado, tío? LeChuck y Elaine. ¿Puede ser o qué? O Guybrush. Guau, es que no me acuerdo. Esto tengo que tirarlo. Lo lógico sería que como LeChuck llegó antes a la isla, que fuese LeChuck. Muy bien. Venga, continuemos. Leer el cartel, a ver qué
Property
pone.
foreclosed by order of Madison Enterprises. Oh, this was my favorite novelty store.
Aquí bien los piratas esos. Aquí no hay nada. Leer el cartel.
At Chamber of Commerce Midnight Luncheon. Back shortly.
Vale.
Looks like Wally's got a new place in Melee. I hope he's not still sore about the monocle.
Ojo. Un graffiti.
This place has kind of gone downhill. What kind of person would just paint on a wall like that? Oh, yeah, that clock has been broken for decades now.
Vale. Venga, vamos a la iglesia y a la tienda. ¿Qué es el bazar, pone? El viejo bazar. Aquí estarán los piratas. Seguro que aquí están los 3 piratas. Atentos, ¿eh? Oh. Qué decepción. Porque como han dicho que estarían en un callejón...
It seems to be stuck closed.
¿En serio? Oh, hubiese estado muy bien que estuviesen en el callejón. Ojo que hay los piratas. Hay piratas. Hay
The note says,
payaso.
forced to close. Thanks for the memories, but cash would have been better.
Ojo, ¿y esto? Graffiti raro.
Looks like a volcano island with horns that swallowed a basketball.
¿Y este?
Aye.
Everybody thinks they know more than the other.
Okay.
Once you have a key, you've got to open the door. Things are not what they seem.
Vale.
All keys are gold. It's the way of keys.
Parece lógico.
No one ever works together. All want their own prize. When they get close to finding it, suddenly they are gone.
Vale.
You can find a golden key, but you cannot own it.
Ok. ¿La llave dorada es una metáfora de algo?
A lock is a beautiful thing. A key, even more so.
Ok.
If you listen close, you can hear the gears grinding.
Vale.
They're mostly gone now. Hardly anyone left to pick up the pieces. The queen always gives way to a new queen.
Ok.
She vanished along with the ship. I told her not to go.
No sé qué nos va a aportar esta mujer,
The
¿eh?
secret smells like popcorn. Some islands you should not visit. But what can you do?
Va, la última vez.
I got my golden key. But then, that is not enough.
Ojo, ojo.
Lights out always come sooner than you think.
Ya está. Venga, vamos a la iglesia.
Aw, this is where I risked my neck for Elaine, and she showed me she only needed me to risk my heart. Also, the windows need some work.
Vale, prisión. Aquí estaba quién era Otis, ¿no? En la prisión. Como esté Otis otra vez.
A visitor. Wait. Guybrush Threepwood.
Ojo, que está Otis y Stan.
Otis!
Howdy, kid.
And Stan. Otis, old pal. You haven't changed much since I last saw you.
I blame the government.
In fact, didn't we first meet right here?
Not at all. I was in the other cell that time. You look different somehow.
No. Oh, sí.
New art style?
How nice of you to notice.
¿Era en esta celda la de Otis? ¿O era la otra? Grandes noticias. Voy tras el secreto de Monkey Island. ¿Por qué te han encerrado esta vez? Es verdad, estaba aquí y aquí había una rata. ¿Por qué te han encerrado esta vez? Imagino que estarás aquí cuando vuelva. Grandes noticias. Voy tras el secreto de Monkey
Big
Island.
news. I'm going after the secret of Monkey Island.
That sounds fantastic! You know what I remember most about Monkey Island? The time you busted me out of jail right before we went there. I don't cruise ships anymore. But maybe you can still help me out. Like you did all those years ago.
Possibly, though it was kind of tricky last time. And I didn't get much out of it in the end.
Eso es
I
cierto.
would be most appreciative. A locksmith has opened very conveniently across the way. I am told locksmiths can make keys for things. Things like cell doors?
Imagine that. What did they get you for this time?
I'm a victim of circumstance. Circumstance being that too much attention gets paid to little things that don't hurt anyone, while hard killers roam the streets with pistols and swords.
I notice you didn't say what crime they locked you up for.
It was nothing. I was just picking some flowers.
In the forest?
No, that's illegal. I learned my lesson. I picked them from the governor's garden instead.
Picking flowers from the governor's garden sounds like an unwise choice.
Sí.
We used to be
Mala idea.
friends. Sort of. Anyway, they aren't even her flowers. Taxes pay for them. It's public property. I don't know why anyone bothers me about it. I don't hurt anybody.
We'll accept the flowers.
They're annuals. They're doomed anyway. Guybrush, you gotta get me out of here. It's custard night. I don't think I can take that again.
I'll make it my number 3 priority.
Thanks.
Vale. Ok. Información importante.
It says jail rules. 1. No escaping.
Vale. Ah, solo hay una norma. Perfecto. A ver, Stan, ¿qué te cuentas?
Hey, Stan.
Hello there, son.
Siento verte entre rejas. Es verdad, comprarte un barco que hiciste para que te encerraran. Bueno, vamos a ir
Sorry to
unas
see
a
you
una.
in jail.
Thank you, son. I appreciate the thought. I'm sorry to see me here as well.
I was really hoping to buy a ship from you.
Well, now, normally, I would do absolutely anything to get you into a comfortable ride right away. But my hands are tied. They're shackled. I can't do it. Not at any price. I'm completely out of inventory. Every ship on the lot was seized by unscrupulous lawyers who don't care about your sailing needs the way I do.
Oh, that's terrible.
Believe me, I feel worse about it than you do.
Could I get a ship from you after you're out of jail?
Don't count on it, son. I expect to be released any time, but I haven't even got anything on back order. It pains me to lose a sail, but if you need to get off this island, you're gonna have to find another way.
Ok.
Could you refer me to a competitor?
Stab me in the heart. You'd go to a competitor? Where's your loyalty, son?
Well, seeing as you're in jail and have no ships and can't help me, I thought...
It doesn't matter anyway. There's no competition. I drove them all out of business long ago. Nobody can play the angles like old Stan. I didn't really anticipate a situation like this one coming up.
Any tips on how to steal a ship from someone else?
One word, son. Mutiny. Get yourself on board a worthy
Okay.
vessel, gain the confidence of the crew, wait for the right moment, and strike. If you don't get killed, look me up afterwards. I'll give you a good price for anything that can stay above the waterline. Naturally, it'll have to be store credit until I get back on my feet.
Okay.
Vale.
Well, thanks, I guess.
Anything I can do to help you, let me know. As long as it doesn't involve selling you a ship.
What did you do that got you arrested?
Let me tell you something, son. It's not what a man does that matters, it's who he is. Maybe one day, in a moment of weakness, he crosses a line. But if he's confident about what's in his heart, he can hold his head high. And you know what's in my heart, son?
Blood and goopy stuff?
People. People are in my heart. Anything I may have allegedly done, you can be sure I did it because I care about people.
What exactly did you allegedly do for people that got you arrested?
I gave them what they wanted.
¿Qué
Now,
querían?
naturally, people don't always know that they want the things they want. Sometimes it takes a man with a talent like mine to show them the way. And sometimes people who are jealous of that sort of talent will try to put all sorts of unpleasant labels on it. They use hurtful words like scam and misrepresentation and even fraud.
Qué feo.
But it's all just marketing, son. As natural as the rocks and the trees and the Malay Island flounder birds. And that's why I'm not worried. I'm awaiting final judgment of the court, but I'm certain I'll be acquitted. They don't hang people for marketing.
Didn't you used to have a law practice or something?
Used to, but I was disbarred for what we former law practitioners call moral turpitude.
Is that a real word?
More or less. It's one of those handy catch-all words that you can use whatever you want because it doesn't mean anything specific.
Would it help if I broke you out of jail?
Now that's a kind offer, it truly is. Warms me to think that you'd do that for your old pal Stan. But I've got to think about the optics. I don't want to damage my case, and escaping from jail doesn't look good at trial. So thanks, but no thanks.
Okay.
Well, is there anything else I can do for you?
Now that you mention it, there is one thing I've been missing during my time here in this
A ver.
lofty establishment. In all the rush and fuss and document shredding surrounding my arrest, I completely forgot to grab my toothbrush. If you happen to be passing by the shipyard, you might grab it for me. It'll be on my desk in the office.
Sure thing. I'm going after the secret of Monkey Island.
The secret? Boy, that takes me back. But if you're looking for help, you're barking up the wrong enchilada. Just remember, life has no guarantees or warranties. Only jamborees.
Thanks. That's advice.
Es un buen consejo.
Are you sure there's no way I can get a ship from you?
I'm afraid that's the case.
Nuts. It's starting to look like LeChuck's ship really is the only available ship on the island.
Vale, entonces tendremos que intentar subirnos en el de LeChuck y hacer un motín.
Are you sure you don't want me to break you out?
115%, son, but thanks.
Vale.
See you later.
Yep.
Ok. Esto es la tarjeta de Trivial, en serio. Buah, nos va a costar, pillarlas todas.
Any writing that was once here has been rubbed away. I think there's some writing on it, but it's too tiny to read.
Vale, necesitamos algo para ver. Venga, vamos a ver en el inventario. La producción de Monkey Island 2 transcurrió en... ¡Buah! ¡El año! Buah, esto de aquí ya es pregunta... Ah, no. Ah, en el rancho Skywalker sería. La producción de Monkey Island... El rancho Skywalker está allí en San Francisco. Me la juego. Rancho Skywalker. A building es un edificio, se supone. ILM. Lucasfilm North. Buah, es que podría ser Lucasfilm North. Me la juego. El rancho Skywalker. ¡Ah! Cagada. Pues nada. Estoy dolido, estoy dolido, chicos. Estoy dolido con la mierda esta que no he podido hacer del Trivial.
Spider.
Bueno. A la cerrajería, vamos a ver.
Welcome to my shop.
Hello.
Vamos a hacer una cosa. Vamos a dejarlo por este directo aquí. Después continuamos, ¿vale? Porque si no será muy largo. Así que nada. Chicos, chicas, inquietos, inquietas, muchísimas gracias por haberme hecho compañía. Y nada, pues lo dejamos por ahora. Continuamos ahora en un ratito. Nos vemos. Chao, chao.